All right, today we're going to be doing a GSAP tutorial, and this is something I've done in the past, like a hero experience, and this is another one of those hero experiences because I kind of not like the traditional or whatever you want to call it hero sections. Some people say that they have to be a certain way to convert. To some extent I don't agree, but anyway, that's just my personal opinion. So this time we're going to be doing a horizontal scroll, so it's like a storytelling kind of experience where you scroll on this very long horizontal section, and once this is done, you resume vertical scrolling. So this hero experience, this hero section, you can add obviously the elements horizontally and basically tell a story in the sense that, okay, so this is our product, you do this with this product, and I mean, you have to use your imagination, but it's still something that I think would convert. So let's get started. All right, so for this project, I'll be using Cloudways to deploy my project, and I'm gonna log in into my account and let's go. Let's set up the environment for our project. So I'm going to add a new server. Yeah, and then if you have other servers, this is how you do it, because I already have one, as you've seen. So you select an application, and in our case, it's going to be WordPress, and I am going to name it Hero Experience, and the same name basically, and I will leave it under this. So I am going to be choosing DigitalOcean server. You can choose any of these servers however you like. All right, so you can have it set at 2 GB or however much space, server space you need. And location, in my case, now I am still closer to Frankfurt, although I've moved countries. So I'm going to be setting the server location to Frankfurt. But as you can see, you have other options here. All right, so I'm just going to launch it. And as the server is being processed and created for us, I'll come back. All right, so I am going to access my dashboard and I'm going to click here. Okay, so I have installed already Elementor Pro. It's already there. So now we are ready to create our project. Okay, let me just go a little bit to Cloudways. So you will have to access your project from the admin panel here. So let me just backtrack because I think I moved a little bit too fast. Let's go to all applications. Yeah, click on this. And as you can see, it's here. So server details. Yeah, if you click on this, you go to Hero Experience and you can access your panel from here, your admin panel. And these are the login details. All right. So I'm already logged in. I am not going to go into that. All right, so what we do first here is add a container, and this container is going to have a full width, and I am going to give this container a height of 100 VH as well, the usual thing that we do. Margin padding, none, and publish. And let's add another container, and this is the actual container that is going to be our horizontal scroll section. All right, so I am going to set this to full width. I am also going to leave this the way it is for now because I will come back. It's a little bit more complicated, not complicated, but a little bit to explain here. So I'm setting the height to 100 VH as well. And since this is a horizontal scroll, I am going to set the direction to row horizontal. So make sure that this is set to row horizontal. Otherwise, the elements will not stack properly and it will not work. Also, let me just go to remove the margins and paddings, update, and I'm going to give it a background just for orientation purposes. So let me just set this to, I will leave it like this. It doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, you set it whatever color you want. And I'm sorry, I'm a little bit looking here and there because I have some issues with the software that I'm recording with. Has been recording the wrong screen for a long time while I was talking. This is the third time I'm doing this. Anyway, so let's add a few elements in here. So I am going to add a heading, an image and a heading. Okay, so it doesn't matter what kind of image. I am not going to do anything not set it, but what I will do go to the container, to the parent container, child container, sorry, and go to layout and set everything, justify content center and center. So we have everything at the center of this section. And I am going to add, oops, I'm going to add a heading here, and I'll say this, oops, this is a long section hero experience. Okay, I will change the color. Oops, not this color, something a bit darker. I will set the font to Bebas. Set it to no REM. And 500 medium should be enough. Set the width to, I will say 38. All right, publish, and let's see what we have. So this is what we have so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the image and duplicate the heading and move the image in between the headings here, so we have some more items on our hero section. All right, so now we are back to the layout of the child container, and as I said, we need to set this to a different width than we would normally do, like a percentage width, and this is going to be a VW. So I'm going to set this to 400, but you have to keep in mind that this will change depending on the amount of content that you have in this section. You have to experiment, and I will show you what you have to do to play around with these values so they match, or at least you know how to make them match your content and the experience that you're providing here. Okay, as you can see, we have an overflow happening here, and it makes sense because we have a long section that is overflowing. All right, so what I'm going to do, go to the parent container, go to advanced, go to layout, go to additional options and set the overflow to hidden. And this is what you should always do on parent containers, just in case, so you don't have this overflow happening. Especially, it's very common to happen on mobile devices, and it's so annoying. I know that that happened to me at the beginning when I didn't know what's what, and this was an issue. I'm going to add another container here, but this container will simply be a vertical container. So as you scroll on this horizontal section, once you end the horizontal section scroll, you get to the vertical as you would normally scroll and, you know, experience on a page. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this, so I'm gonna give it a color. Let's go with something fun. No, that's not fun. So let's say a yellow, and I'm gonna add another one just in case. I will change this to this. Okay, publish, and so far everything is scrolling as it should normally. Yes, because we have not added any code, we don't have anything here. First things first, we need to add two classes here. So one is for the parent container and one is for the child container, and I'm gonna add them now. So the parent container class is horizontal scroll, okay, and the child container class is horizontal panel. I'm gonna publish this. And at the very end, I am going to drag an HTML widget here, and I'm going to add my code right here. Okay. And let's see if anything is happening right now. So scrolling. As keep in mind that this is happening as I'm incrementally scrolling. Yeah. This snapping to section and that jump. We're going to add some CSS to fix that. But as you can see, it's one scroll, and it just does this snapping effect. And I honestly don't like it. And yeah, this is the whole situation here. So I'm going to go in the parent container and add some CSS now. So go to advanced, go to CSS and drop it in here. And let's see if anything has changed. That is helping, but is not really helping fully. As you can see, the jump is no longer there. Yeah, but that's not a fix. That's not a full fix. So I'm gonna go to container, to the parent container, child container, sorry. And I'm gonna drop some more CSS code and let's see what is going on here. And now, as you can see, as I scroll incrementally, you can actually read everything on the page as you scroll. So it's not a problem at all. This is fantastic, right? This is the point. I mean, otherwise, what's the point of this section if you cannot read it in a nice way? All right, so another thing, as you can see, we only have an image and a heading. Where is the rest? And I was experimenting with this last night, last moment basically, and I was like, okay, that's fine. It's working. But today I was like, what's going on? Why is this not working? Yes, because yesterday by, I don't know, habit from, I don't know, I have a habit of setting everything horizontally, I guess, as direction. I set the horizontal, the direction on the parent container horizontal. But today on this, while I was playing around with it, I didn't. As you can see, now we have everything in view, right? Let's publish and let's see what happens. So again, what you need to do is set the direction horizontal on the parent container as well, not only on the child container. All right, let's go. And we don't have enough space for this. Okay, and as you can see, we have a little issue here. So let's go preview, and yeah, this is not working as it should, right? So let's go to the child container and set the size of the container to grow. And now it's going to probably work. Let's see. So scroll, 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 and here we are. But unfortunately, at the end, we have left with a lot of empty space. So let's go to our child container. Let's go to the quiz. And I am going to change this to 600. So let's go and preview. Scroll, 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 blah, blah, blah. And almost perfect. There's something that we need to adjust yet again. And that is this. I think it needs to be less of a width to it. Yeah. And here as well, because I have set them to the same width, I think, initially. I don't even know by now. All right, so scroll again. There's more space there, but as I said, these issues need to be resolved by trial and error, I would say. And yeah, setting them as you have to for your project. So I'm going to set everything center, or I could say end. Let's see what happens if I set it to end. Oh, no, not here. And not there, but in the child container. Okay. So let's see. Starts here. Then we have a big gap here. Again, I made a mistake. Let's see again. Yeah. So as you can see, a lot of things need to be adjusted to work. But you basically have to play with it. That's why I'm showing you how to troubleshoot these issues. Yeah. Because this is very important. Let's scroll till the end. And 1 and 2 vertical sections. And yeah, you need to know how to do this, because I am giving you this, but it does not apply to all the projects. So you need to know where to go in the code or in Elementor to change things. And let's go to HTML code and let's see if we change this to 100 and this to 1000 pixels. Oops. Let's see what happens. Yeah. So the scroll is very short. So this is how you would shorten the scroll as well. If you have too much scroll at the end, this is how you do it, but I'm gonna leave it to 300 and this to 300. Publish. Let's go to see again. And yeah, this can be adjusted, as I said again. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I have to repeat myself, or I'm repeating myself. Okay, so let's set this to default. Let's see what happens and how much space is left. Yeah, so as you can see, this is almost perfect. But again, because we have reduced that space, we have to further adjust the heading here. So we could also say default here. And let's see if that fixed the issue. So there are many things that you have to do in, no, it didn't fix it, but what we can do here, let's go and say 700. That would make it even longer. If we say 300, what happens? Yeah, 300 adds extra space, but we also need to go in this code here and say here 200 and here 2000. So it's a lot of playing around with it to see, oh, this is perfect. You see what I mean? This is perfect. This right now works as it should. Like to a T. Yes, of course, you have to add some padding or margin between these elements and so on. But I think it's cool, right? Okay, so now I'm back in my Cloudways and I want to create a staging environment for my project because let's just say this is a landing page that you want to update on a regular basis since it's a landing page. And let's say this is for different promotions that you might have, marketing purposes, whatever it is. And you don't want to deal with the live page. You don't want to mess it up. So we are going to be creating a staging environment for it. So we are in the server in Cloudways. And if I go here where it says applications installed on this server, yeah, on this, I can go to hero experience, basically whatever name you have your project named, and go to staging management. And I am simply going to launch my staging application from here. I'm going to have to choose it from here. So if you have more than one, you have to choose one and continue. And this is going to do its thing, install and work our staging environment. And I'll come back. Yeah, so what I most enjoy about Cloudways, it seems like the Elementor editor is quite fast and it's responding faster than on other hosting providers. And I think that could be because of Cloudways. And I want to believe that. So yeah, let me know if you have experienced the same and or not. I don't know, whatever. Just let us know in the comments below. All right, our staging has been created. Let's go and have a look. So as you can see, we have our live server here and our staging server. So let's go to the staging server. As you can see, you can log in here separately from the live server dashboard. So you would basically go about it the same way to log in and so on. And if you know anything about staging websites, you can go to the staging management here, for example, and push and pull data from and to the live server. So that is very good. And another cool thing about this is that you can create backups and restore your website. So you can create backups on demand, which is very important. You can create anytime a backup of your website, in other words. So take backup now. So this means that at this stage, the way the website is, this is going to be our backup. So I'm gonna take a backup now. This is going to take a few minutes. Sometimes it takes a few seconds, depending on, I don't know, whatever reasons, but I'll come back and we will continue. All right, so we have our backup done. The backup is up, it's live. So it has been created for us as we wanted. So if you want to restore your application, if something happened to it, you can restore it by clicking on this button here. Of course, you can also have backups done automatically as you work on your project. So if you go to backups here, you will see that you get backups up to 1 hour frequency. So that is pretty cool because sometimes it happens that, I don't know, let's say today I worked on a project and I did something that I crashed the website. With other hosting providers, you would only have the option to back up to the previous day, for example. And that means that what you did today is completely gone. So this is a very good thing. And another good thing about Cloudways is their human support. And if you have issues, there's a human there that you can interact with, not an AI bot that has no clue what you're talking about and has no understanding of nuance in terms of questions and issues. So thumbs up for, human support. I endorse that. All right, so let's go a little bit over the code here. I have added comments as well, and you will see this better on the OWO website. And as I showed you, what you should change here, obviously you can also change the easing if you want, but the most important thing is if you change the name of the container of the classes for the containers, the parent and the child container, make sure that you change them here as well, otherwise the code will not work. And also the end and the self progress of the scroll can be adjusted here in conjunction with the native width that you would add here or change here in Elementor. So all this is very contingent on what you add to this hero experience. So keep that in mind. This does not apply to all projects. I have added a few things on the hero section, but that's not all. So you have to kind of play around with it, if you know what I mean. I hope you enjoy this and let me know how you're going to use it, if you're going to use it. And yeah, if you'd like to see what else you can build with Elementor, watch this playlist here or here. And if you have gotten any value out of this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.